Good morning, Findlay Dreamers.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
Good morning, Findlay Scholars.
Good morning, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Findlay family, and Alex and Liani.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Kirby.
Mr. Kirby.
Love that togetherness.
Well, it's Monday, a new week, and it's also a new period at our school where we change essentials, art, music, PE. And the reason we do that is so teachers are working with smaller numbers of students and we are all safe. So for the next few weeks, 4th and 5th grade, you have art now. And 2nd and 3rd grade, you have music. Kindergarten and 1st grade get to see Mrs. Johnson for PE. And you know that your teachers will be talking to you about how that will look a little bit different this week. But the great thing is you get to study in depth and you get to work with all the teachers at Findlay at various times. So I'm anxious to see how those classes go today and how students are learning.
Well, that's great. I'm excited to see that happening too. And we have some great participants on our morning meeting, Liani and Alex. And there's always different ways to participate, that's for sure. And from last week, we had all these classes that had 90% or above participation. And in fact, we have one that has 100%, but wait till you hear what class that is. But first, Mrs. Boudreau's class is 90% or above. Mrs. Fahn's class, Mrs. Jink's class, Mrs. Nelson's class, Mrs. Osborne's class, Mrs. Rivard's class, Mrs. Roberts Varghese's class, Mrs. Smith's class, Mr. Williams' class. And the top 3, here we go. Mrs. Fahn's class with 100%.
Wow.
Mrs. Smith, 97.7. And Mrs. Roberts Varghese, 97.25. We're participating and we're in class all the time. And if you're not here in school, for example, you're either doing Canvas, ST Math, or Epic, or another website the teachers assign you to do. So that means, like we talked about last week, learning happens even when you're not in the building physically. Thanks.
That's right. Lifelong learners, we call that, people that are curious. And we know that our Findlay scholars are always curious. They're always asking questions. They're involved. And we also have some great teachers and some great staff around here. And I have a shout out.
Shout out.
I have a shout out for Nurse Lori, who does a lot, even when there aren't very many students in the building. But she does a lot to communicate with the staff and with families to keep us current with all of the health measures and keeping us safe and reminding us that of what we have to clean and to wash our hands. And one thing that I really appreciate about Nurse Lori is that she is at the beginning of the day for the students that are coming in the door. She's out there out front. She's got masks if we forget. I forgot a mask once and she had one for me. So we've got a real gift in our school nurse. So thanks a lot, Nurse Lori. Are there any other shout outs today?
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
I have a shout out to Mrs. Laird for reminding me to check my math again.
It's good to have reminders. Now I know Liani's had some computer difficulties, but I think she's there. So Liani, I know your camera's not quite working the way you'd like it to, but are you there and able to unmute your mic? Because if you have a shout out, this is your time.
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
I have a shout out for Miss Simmons for teaching us math and multiplication.
Very good. Thanks for doing all you can there to be with us this morning, Leonie. We really appreciate it. And you too, Alex. Get some strong third grade learning going on here, and I'm really proud of you because someday you may find yourself at college where your curiosity will pay off. Who's ready for a college cheer? That guy. Thanks, Mr. Miller. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does fifth grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 32. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does fourth grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 33. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does third grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 34. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does second grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 35. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does first grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 36. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does kindergarten graduate? 20, 20, 20, 37. Family dreamers, dream big. Dream big.